Now we have Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, and this is a unit I actually quite like a lot, and I'm not going to be able to give him favoritism here in this video because going over the 2025 releases, I guess I'll take a glimpse and go back and, look at 2024 Glorio and 2024 Daima Goku because they were right at the end of 2024. They're basically 2025 releases. So I guess I'll go over them after this Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, the hit, the new Kaioken Goku. There's a few other units that I'm going to cover, Kid Goku as well, Cell. But this is mainly going to be a discussion video talking about these units, looking at what these units can do, seeing if they're valuable in the meta today. This video overall is to get a look at what the current state of Dokkan is when it comes to TU Wars. Now, if you want an LR video, like, comment, subscribe, share, let me know in the comments. This video is more of if these characters can even work, right? And I think Super Saiyan 3 Daima is the perfect guy to really mainly bully and target immediately since this is the first TU War Dokkan Fest release. Think about this. Anniversary came after Glorio and Goku. So this is technically the first TUR Dokkan Fest we got this year, right? Which was Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, which is actually a very hype card. But, we're going to get to talking about his kit now. Now, I'm going to be grading these units on a 1 through 10 scale. We're going to talk about what fights they're good in at the very end, what fights they're not good in. Ranking these guys at the very end. These are all the Dokkan Fest TU Wars of 2025 so far. I might do this video again, especially if it gets a lot of good feedback. I'll definitely do this again, but Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, he's definitely the best character to start off with because he has troubles. Like he's definitely a troubled character. He's not perfect in any sense. There's ways to where he can work. He's a valuable unit. He's like a mid-release, right? That's the best way I can describe this guy. He's baseline what you need to be great, right? So let's go over what this guy does. Like I said, he's a March 4th, 2025 release. He's Transformation Boost or Gifted Warriors, right? This is a fan favorite right now, I'm not going to lie. Like, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta coming in Daima was unexpected, and so we had high hopes for this guy, especially because they sort of released this guy as like a EX part for the anniversary, right? It's new, but technically he was supposed to be like just the Dokkan Fest, the next Dokkan Fest, but they sort of EX'd it, right? Which is sort of cool. So, just quickly glancing over this guy's kit, right? This guy has a entrance animation, and it's just for free, right? He's always going to activate it. He gets more damage reduction. He gets a scouter. He gets a 20% chance to crit as well. He's starting off with 200%. Keep this in mind throughout the whole video. This is what they love to give units. Just a base 200% and 3 key. This is their favorite basic effect in the game right now. Just keep that in mind. So this guy gets a damage reduction rate of 50%. Match that with this, he's going to have the scouter for the first turn as well. He's going to be able to eat the super attack turn 1 with most enemies, right? Because the fights aren't hard until later on in the fight, like the anniversary fights and stuff like that. You really see the difficult challenges. Maybe battle hardened formidable foes can give this Vegeta a little bit of trouble, but we'll talk about that soon, right? But he's already starting off pretty solid defensively, right? As the first or second attacker in turn, he gets an extra 50% attack. He gets some crit. When attacking, he just gets 200%. When receiving an attack, he just gets 200%. Like I said, he launches an additional super after receiving an attack, and after receiving a super attack, he gets another one. So the thing about this guy is you sort of want to keep him locked in slot 1. That's really his purpose, right? And he has this right here, this Gala Gun. But this guy, he doesn't stack, right? He just raises attack and defense by 33% for 3 turns. But he does raise his allies' defense for 33%. So the main gist of this unit is to throw his ass in slot 1, right? You get supered or you get hit, you launch additionals, you support your team defensively, and that's technically what they were looking to aim to go with this guy. But it falls short because these guys are hitting for 5 million plus, 6 million plus. And this guy, he's not stacking. I mean, he has damage reduction, but no guard, right? If this was a meta ago, this guy would be kick-ass. Like, Daima Vegeta completely washes the meta before anniversary. He completely shits on it, actually. This guy could just be put in slot 1 and just do everything. He's a slot 1 character who's not really a proper slot 1 character. And what I mean by that is he's designed to be slot 1, but he still needs a bit more, right? But they made this guy for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Guaranteed. They made this guy in mind with Super Saiyan 4 AGO Goku. And this is why I said this is probably the perfect unit to talk about first. Because if we're just talking about this unit alone, he's mid. The definition of mid. Like, he could work. But if we were able to include, like, help, Super Saiyan 4 Goku just makes this guy a fucking god. Like, let's just be honest. If you pair this guy up with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the Dokkan Carnival Rising Rush. I said Rising Rush. Rising Carnival banner. The Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The one who starts off as Super Saiyan 3 and then Golden Great Apes. Yeah, the new anniversary Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's his best friend. This guy's best friend is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He's on a lot of teams. Let's see. Partners. I don't think he's going to be like a good linking partner with him. No. But the Super Saiyan 4 Goku works wonders for this Daima Vegeta. And I know they built him, you know, in mind with him. So he's really a mid unit. But if we were able to lend him a little bit of aid, a little bit of support, which he has in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's really dominant. He's a really dominant slot 1 character. He's a really good slot 1 character. And he actually works. But that's attached to the hip of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I can't really give this guy brownie points for that. I got to give Super Saiyan 4 brownie points for that. Because he's the unit that's actually buffing him, not the other way around, right? Without Super Saiyan 4 Goku, this guy is just mid, right? So that's where I'm going to lead him in. If we're talking about fights he's going to be good in, the Blue Vegeta fight was made for this guy. Let's just keep it a band. That stage 10 Blue Vegeta fight was made for him. You know, because he's supering in slot 1. He's going to guaranteed attack in slot 1. So you're going to get the extra 2 additionals guaranteed. So he's very good in that Blue Vegeta Red Zone event. Blue Goku, he can work as long as you have Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But other than that, this guy's ass in the Blue Goku event. If we're talking about the Jiren fight stage 9, both of them, he could be solid in the... he could be solid in the AGO Jiren fight. We did definitely crush that. I made a video on that. When it comes to STR Jiren, it's not going to work because STR Jiren, he guaranteed hits. And, of course, he's STR. And that guy hits like a fucking freight train, to be quite honest. And Topo hits hard himself, right? So, Battle Harder Formidable Foes can work, but it wouldn't be to the best benefit. If we're really ranking him, all in all, like, Transformation Boost is pretty good. Gifted Warriors is solid, right? It's really Vegeta, you know, free, like the, you know, we could take a glance at Gifted Warriors, you know, Vegeta's here, you know, Piccolo, the Friezas, right? The gifted ones, the ones was just power that was just naturally gifted with the shit, right? And it's really only a couple of people just gifted with it, if you really think about the series. It's like Gohan still sort of has to work for it, even though it's through like anger. Goku, he has to train. No, he has to train. Vegeta actually is a fucking prodigy, but I mean Goku is just a fucking anomaly, so it doesn't matter. If you really look at the series, Vegeta is actually really a prodigy. He is a fucking prodigy. Frieza, we don't even have to mention Frieza. He's just a god. You know, Trunks and Goten, yeah, they're pretty much prodigies. They were just born with the shit. But Gifted Warriors, it's a solid category. It definitely, yeah, you see this guy right here. You definitely see some things in this category. So, you know, his team is not lacking. His other leader is Transformation Boost, and we don't even have to go over Transformation Boost. So, all in all, I'll probably give this guy like a C+. He's not a bad unit, but for him to work, you definitely need Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And he's not good enough to where you want to run 2 of him, right? Now, remember when I was saying Super Saiyan 4 Goku aids this guy? Now, let's say you run double of this guy. You can only pair Super Saiyan 4 Goku with one of them. So, I mean, that just is going to leave the other Daima Vegeta sorta in a blender, right? So that's why I'm going to give him a C+. I can't quite give him a B. He's only good in a certain amount of fights. Even though his leader skill is fucking phenomenal, it's so phenomenal. Like, you guys don't understand how good Transformation Boost Gifted Warriors and Power Beyond Super Saiyan gets the extra 50 break. You don't know how good that is, right? But Vegeta just himself sort of just falls short. Let's move on to the next Dokkan Fest. It's almost embarrassing to compare, because this is the next Dokkan release, chat. I can't make this shit up. March 18th, 2025. This was the next release.
And I mean, if you compare Super Saiyan 3 Diamond Vegeta to this guy, it's almost not even a fair fight. I mean, it's like complete dominant. It's like one-sided, right? We ended off and gave Vegeta a C+. Basically like a high C, right? This guy, I can just tell you right now off rip, he's A+. 98%. I can just tell you right now, this kid Goku, if you have him, if you know, he just is a fucking GOAT. I don't know what they were cooking. I don't know what they were smoking. I don't know what made them create this beast, but they did. I'm going to be feeling good in this segment of the video because this is a perfect release. First things first, this guy is Dragon Ball, right? And Dragon Ball needs representation bad. It badly needed it. They didn't really give us much representation in the anniversary, so they gave us this little treat right after the anniversary. So, I mean, if you really want to package it in, anniversary lasted for a long time, right? Like longer than it usually was supposed to, right? They dragged anniversary on, right? And this guy, if you really want to lump him in with the anniversary, you sort of could, right? This guy, 10 out of 10. Now, his leader skill, Dragon Ball Saga or Earthbred Fighters, we were in desperate need of an Earthbred Fighter new category, and this is the perfect unit, right, for that. Dragon Ball Saga, I'm glad he's a Dragon Ball Saga. This is like peak representation of what Dragon Ball is, right? You know, Kid Goku on the Nimbus Cloud. I mean, a lot of people actually did not watch the series, sadly. But, you know, Bulma and her motorcycle, this is like the first couple of episodes, man. So, deserving leader skill. They gave a leader skill that he needed, right? He gets the extra 50% for youth Dragon Ball Seekers, which is really good for what he is, right? He has an active skill. We're not going to completely re-go over this guy because he has a lot in his kit, but we'll be brief about it, right? He has an entrance. You activate it with DB Saga or Youth. He gets an extra reduction rate of 40%. This is the most important thing. Now, the thing with this guy's entrance is it doesn't have to be at the start. This active skill can activate turn 3 or turn 4 or turn 5. So it seems as if this is like a bad thing. Like, oh no, you need a Dragon Ball Saga Youth or Dragon Ball Seekers member immediately, when that's not really the case. Let's say you have a rotation of this kid Goku and then 2 Majin Buu Saga allies, right? Because of Earthbred Fighters. You have the other Super Saiyan 3 Goku on the team. And then you have, you know, I don't know, Majin Vegeta on the team for some reason, right? And you start off that rotation and you don't get the entrance immediately. Next turn you get him, he can still pop his entrance. It's called an entrance, but this shit can pop whenever. It's called an entrance, but it can pop at any time. So don't worry if you don't pop this immediately. That's something I know a lot of people probably don't know about, but that's something I had to peep and find out myself. I'm like, damn, we didn't get his entrance, but, you know, this can pop turn 3, turn 4, right, later on. As long as you just bring 1 Dragon Ball Saga or 1 more youth category member or 1 more Dragon Ball Seeker unit, this will eventually pop. So this can actually go on for longer than, you know, turn 1 to turn 7. This can actually pop turn 3 and last until turn 10. And this is 40% damage reduction, chat, and a guaranteed additional. Right? This is a huge entrance right here. Told you, they love this basic effect right here, 200%. This is the standard. This is the standard. 200% is the new standard. He gets an extra 20% damage reduction for free. Launches an additional tech that has a 70% of being a super. When he has 12 ki or more, you know, he gets some extra stats. 55% chance of performing a crit. 22% chance of just outright dodging everything. Everything. But the one thing I don't like about this is that in slot 1, let's say it's a few attacks before he attacks, he's not going to be able to have this. This actually procs only after he attacks. So let's say there's 3 attacks in slot 1 immediately, and then after this guy attacks, there's another 3, right? He's only going to be able to proc this after he attacks, right? Not before. But when he does proc this, he's dodging the rest of the attacks. It just says chance of evading enemies' attack within a turn, right? That means all dodges. If he dodges once, he's going to keep dodging. This is sneaky good. This actually procs more than you would expect. You don't even need to rely on this, to be honest, though, because he's so good defensively. He gets a 200% defense when receiving an attack. For every super attack performed, he gets more attack. And then This is what makes him really good, in my opinion. This is what takes him over the edge. This and his super attack effect. And his active. Goddamn. I mean, he's just a fucking perfect unit. So after performing 7 or more super attacks in battle, he guaranteed guards, and he gets a guaranteed additional super. This is insane, considering he's a stacking unit. He just stacks. That's his unit super, by the way. This is his regular. He seals. He also has an active skill. Can be activated starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle once only. He recovers 30% HP. He gains a permanent ki +3 and attack and defense 30% in battle. This is probably the strongest active skill of 2025. Stronger than the EZA of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Stronger than the EZA of the Gods. Stronger than Reversible Exchange Goku and Frieza. Stronger than... Oh, never mind. Vegito has the strongest active skill in the game. Vegito is the only 2025 character with a better active skill than this. I mean, Gogeta's support is insane. It really is, but I don't know. It's a toss-up. You know what? Just for Gogeta being an anniversary unit, I'd say 3. This is probably the 3rd best active skill we've gotten. Because look at his condition. It can be activated starting from the 3rd turn of the start of battle. Powerful condition, or really easy condition. Really crazy active skill. Just permanent 30%, 3 ki, and recovers 30% for free. He's good in every content in the game. Every fight in the game, this guy can clear. He has no troubles in difficult. He can go in the Blue Goku fight. He can go in the Blue Vegeta fight. The Jiren fights. He can go in battle hardened formidable foes. He can go into festival battles. He's good in every asset and content. He's the best TUR in the game, not Hit. A lot of people are going to say Hit is the best. Hit cannot go into Blue Goku. This guy can go into Blue Goku. Hit does have probably a superior team. Even it's crazy considering this guy is leading Earthbreath fighters. Hit probably has the better team though. We're going to talk about Hit soon. But this guy is a package 10 out of 10. I think he's the best TUR in the game. I think this is a better TUR than Hit. I mean, the Ghost Usher, the Ghost Usher though. It's between Hit and Goku. They're both like neck and neck. They're so good. They're both like 10 out of 10 units. But he's a release next time you summon for him. Next time he releases, you get him, or you coin him, you get him. Even at 55%, he's gonna make your account so much better. Right? The banner unit Chi-Chi, she gets a solid B+2. She's a goddamn good banner unit. But like I said, good releases. He's good in all the fights. I mean, I definitely like he gets the fucking 100% approval. Like he has 100 out of 100 in his kit. I don't really see too many flaws. He's going to be good defensively in all aspects. He's going to be good offensively. He's going to have the additionals. He's going to be stacking. He's got the crazy active. He's got a good leader skill. He's going to work everywhere. He's not restricted. He's not super restricted. I mean, he's going to work. Now we have Cell. Now this is a controversial unit. As a unit himself, he's good. As a leader, he's questionable. And what do I mean by that? If you run 2 of this guy, the second Cell should be fine. The rest of the fight in slot 2 or 3, the position. But there are cases where STR Cell, like let's say the Blue Goku fight, he can dominate. The Cell that revives can be put in slot 1 even, the entire Blue Goku event. But the second perfect Cell, he can get caught off guard. If it after turn 5, fully built up, Blue Goku hits him, he's fucking toast, right? But that's literally the only event in battle and Festival of Battles. Those 2 events are the only 2 events I think Perfect Cell cannot clear. I'm going to get the fights out of the way with Cell first because he's designed very interestingly. I'm going to focus on his design more than like his capableness in fights because he just has a very unique design and he wants to be built a certain way. And I think I need to focus in more on that when talking about Cell because a lot of people have the concept or miscommunication that Cell is a bad DOKKANFEST and he's actually really good. It's just the design. Now, one thing I would like to mention about Cell is in the content other than Festival of Battles and Blue Goku, all the content he can clear. Even double cell, he can clear. It's not going to be hard. He's going to have tons of healing. He's got tons of good options on his teams. As a matter of fact, let's start off with that. His teams is tournament participants, worldwide chaos, you know, the key plus 3, 170. And then androids and accelerated battle gets the extra 50%. That makes it 220%. Accelerated battle, we already know that's top tier. Tournament participants, they're buffing the hell out of it, and it's a good leader. Worldwide chaos is a little skeptical, but it's pretty much all the cells. It's pretty much all the boos and stuff like that. It's a good category for the villains, right? It's like the villains and, you know, the heroes, right? It's a solid leader skill is what I'm saying, right? He's going to be paired up with the AGL cell, the super easy A tech cell. He's got options. He's got other linking partners. He doesn't have any issues with that. There's no domain clashings of any sorts, right? But when we look at the design of him, this is where shit gets risky, right? He has an entrance, right, which is a domain. Keep that in mind. This is like a domain entrance. Category enemies, another tournament participants category ally at the start of the character's attacking turn. High chance of performing a critical hit, launches an additional super attack, and creates the domain cell arena for 5 turns. This is only for the first turn. This is only for the first turn. This launches an additional super attack, and this is only once. But this domain, it lasts for 5 turns, right? Keep that in mind. Hey, have y'all been paying attention? Key plus 2 attack and defense 200%. Standard basic effect. Damage reduction 20%. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. This is the basic effect. Really good basic effect. When there is a tournament participants category enemy, very strange. You're going to see it much more than you think, though. Especially with the anniversary content, right? The Jiren fights. Blue Vegeta, he's not like tournament participants. Blue Goku's not tournament participants. Stuff like that. You'll come across them here and there in like the Battle Hardened Formidable Foes fights. You'll come across some of them in the Festival of Battle fights as well, but he's not really good in that fight. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack 150% up. For every attack performed, defense 30% up to 150%. Make sure you get his attacks in. Revives with HP fully recovered. Now, this is where he gets interesting, right? This cell, before he gets revived, just has a revive, right? But only one cell gets the buffs, the massive buffs that we all care about, right? Now, both cells are going to get this damage reduction rate 30% temporarily when receiving a super attack. Bundle that up with the basic 20% damage reduction that he already has. He's going to have 30% damage reduction when the super attacks are coming or in aim, right? This guy's not going to have a problem at all with any normals in the game ever. He's never going to have a problem with normals ever. Unless like you have the revive cell, so let's say you have the revive cell and the unrevived cell. You just don't put the unrevived cell in slot 1. The revived cell can be a slot 1 unit, right? The revived cell, he's going to have the extra damage reduction of 15% and he's going to get the guards all attack. So this cell right here is going to actually have he's going to have 35% damage reduction against normals, and then he's going to get 65% damage reduction with guard with the revive, right? So the revive cell is going to be a perfect unit. He's going to be able to, a slot 1 compatible unit. He's going to have the active skill. Oh yeah, let's not forget to mention the active skill. Key plus 2 in attack and defense, 35% in battle. I think Goku's is slightly better because the key, we're trading in the key. Well, Kid Goku gets key as well. He gets guaranteed key. We're trading in 5% stats for the 30% healing, right? That's what we're doing. We're trading in 5% stats for the healing with Kid Goku, right? And that healing is just so phenomenal, right? You know, just to heal up 30% whenever you want, that's just too good, right? But this is really good. Just getting key plus 2 in attack and defense, 35% in battle is very strong. He's going to have the stats to compete. Like I said, the revived cell is going to be very, very good. Very strong, actually. Competitive in damn near all even Blue Goku. He can, like, the one cell can work in Blue Goku. But you got to really look at the reviveless cell with close corners, with 20/20 vision, because he can get knocked off. But whichever cell revives, he's going to be good the entire fight. I think he's designed awkwardly The only thing they had to change to make this guy a 10 out of 10 for me, well, I wouldn't give this guy a 10 out of 10 anyways. I would actually give this guy like maybe an A. Like he's a solid character. Like even still, like the rating I would give this guy would probably change slightly. Well, it would change dramatically if both the cells would get this damage reduction and guard. This guy would go from, I'd say like a 80. I'd give this guy like a strong, I'd give him a strong 90, bro. I'd give him a strong A. Like I'm still gonna give him an A plus, bro. not an A plus, an A. Like, because he's still so good. Like the one cell could really put in work. He's got like his team isn't hurting at all. He's got a strong domain that's gonna buff the whole team. I'm still gonna give this guy a 9 out of 10 as a unit, right? But if you were able to get these extra buffs with both, I probably would get this guy like a 96, a 97, a 98, like a high 100. Like he would damn near be a perfect unit for real, right? He would be like right there. So, I mean, I do have to dock off some points because if you want to run double of him, he's going to slack a little bit. But if you choose to just one run of him, he's going to be perfect. He's going to be perfect. If you're just like, let's say you're not running him on his leader skill and you throw him on, let's go to his categories. Let's say you throw this guy on transformation boost, or you throw him on, what's another good team? Accelerated battle. This guy himself is going to be very, very good, or powerful comeback. Or I'm really looking at the meta teams. Yeah, he doesn't really have a, like tournament participants. Of course, this is his leader skill. I'm not talking about that, of course. Kamehameha, you know, he'll work. He does have a wonky link set. I guess I could dock some points off for that, but he does have big bad bosses. He does have Kamehameha. He does have Furious Battle, Shocking Speed. These are a good solid 4 links, right? Messenger from the Future, Gentleman, Ultimate Lifeform, But overall, this cell, he's gonna get an A. I'm gonna give him a high A. He's not a bad unit at all. Yeah, we're starting to get to the nitty gritty now, bro. Because this is a recent release. This guy we're on his celebration still currently today, right now. And I think he's the worst TU. I think this guy is probably a worse TUR than Daima Vegeta. And people are gonna give me slouch for it. I'm lying like shit, obviously. I think he's slightly better than Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. But he has a lot of issues and a lot of problems, right? Recent released, I mean, this guy, April 28th. I'm just, guys, I'm so sorry for the amount of disrespect I'm going to throw on this guy because I know a lot of people are going to like this guy, but I'm just going to give you a warning right now. It's not going to be good. And this is not going to be good or pretty or beautiful. I do think he works, but I haven't even spent 5 stones on this guy's banner. That's how much I don't like him. Like, I haven't even given him a try, right? I mean, of course, I made my videos on him. I did use him, of course, but it's like, bro, he's just not my steez. So this guy right here, representative of Universe 7 Full Power. I don't like his leader skill. I think Full Power is decent and solid, but reps to Universe 7, we just needed more. We could have got it could have just been, I don't know, fucking anything other than representative. God Key. I would have took Realm of Gods instead of representative of Universe 7. Yeah, if it was Realm of God or Full Power, I would be much more happy about this character, but that's not the case. He gives an extra 50% stats to tournament participants and superheroes. Okay. We have his entrance here. And it's tournament participant category allies or Universe 7, reps as Universe 7, category allies on the team upon the character's entry. So if you don't have this, if you don't pop this immediately, it's not like Kid Goku's. Remember how I brought up Kid Goku and I told you? With Kid Goku, it can pop turn 3. It can pop turn 4. Not with this guy. If the turn he starts off immediately he doesn't have this fulfilled, he's not going to get the guard. He's not going to get the defense. He's not going to get the guaranteed additional for the extra 2 turns. So this is something that's already holding him back. Tournament participants is not bad, but reps in Universe 7 is. So he's already sort of locked in a position to where you have to run other tournament participants units for this guy to be solid, because this guy doesn't have guard anywhere else until he revives, right? So you sort of need to get this, right? That's already I'm docking points off for this. This is not a good entrance. This is not like good. right? Considering, oh, we're going to talk about it too. And the guaranteed additional sort of hurts, considering he keeps hurting himself. This is just a very weird design unit. Basic effects. Are you guys paying attention yet? Are you guys paying attention yet? 200% stats, man. It's standard. High chance of performing a critical hit. High chance of evading enemy's attack. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type. Text excluded to tech key spheres. I sort of said that weird. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type. Tech excluded to tech key spheres. Okay, there we go. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense 200%. Defense 100% when HP is 70% or more. And attack 100% when HP is 70% or more. I mean, 70% or less. I don't like this for several reasons. Because you're going to either get one of the other, right? You're forced to either get the defensive aspect or the offensive aspect. They needed to just link this up as one. Okay, let's say, even if it was HP conditional, which I hate, I'm docking points off for that. It should just be defense 100% and attack 100% up with one HP condition. So you can be able to get both instead of getting, either defense or either offense, right? One or more tech key sphere is obtained. He gets an extra 100% stats, launches an additional super attack. This is going to be very easy considering he's changing orbs, right? When all allies attacking the same turn or reps of Universe 7, which you're never going to get, so we're going to completely skip this. You're never going to see this, ever. And if you do, I mean, LR God Goku and Hit isn't reps of Universe 7, so I couldn't even say that. Who's another? I mean, Evo Blue Vegeta. Yeah, Evo Blue Vegeta is very solid. I guess Reversible Exchange Goku and Frieza is very solid. I'm thinking of reps of Universe 7, but you're really never going to get this game. I'm trying to tell you. You're never going to get this. Now, this guy has a very strange revive because it's through a standby. That's I don't like that, number one. Let's just go to it right now, as a matter of fact. Yep, standby. Can be activated starting from the 4th turn from the character's empty turn once only. Let's just click this. And here we go. Standby Goku. The guy with no defense. The guy who changes the full field of orbs. The guy who needs to go on slot 1 to even be valuable. The guy who's going to guaranteed get you killed. The guy who's going to keep taking HP away from you. The guy who just, if you want to play with him, you have to risk it all to play. This is this guy. This is what this guy is. If you have him on the team, he has to get the revive. You can't save the revive as like a team protective mechanic. No, he has to die to even be solid. He has to die because if he doesn't, he's going to be horrible. Now, this is a solid standby. I will give you that. He's going to be guaranteed guarding if you can, guaranteed dodging if you can dodge, right? He's going to launch a super explosive attack. He's going to do a lot of damage offensively for the turn. And then you're going to die, and then he's going to do another powerful attack. And then you're going to revert back to this guy. And this is where you're going to get these buffs. Right? Guards all attacks, defense 170% up, guarantee launches an additional super, chance of performing a crit, and 20% chance of evading. So now he's going to be a 70% chance to dodge. He's going to have guard. He's going to have defense. He's going to have additionals. He's going to be a solid unit. And defensively, he's pretty good, even if he gets hit, right? With a 70% chance to dodge. Very good after he revives, but here's the thing. You're going to continuously sacrifice HP with this guy. Now, it's going to be plenty of times where, okay, let's say you're starting off the turn with 70% HP. You get hit hard and you lose 30% HP. Damn, we got hit hard. Then it's Blue Gaioken in slot 2. And this guy supers once and you lose 5% HP. He supers again. You lose another 5% HP. He gives you another super. Because remember, these guarantees are going to start coming out. He's got the revive now. He's got a guaranteed. You collect a tech key sphere. You got a guaranteed. He's got a guaranteed super. He's got a lot of key. So that's guaranteed 15% each turn you're going to lose from just using this unit. And let's not talk about the hidden potential additional. I swear to God, I've never had a hidden potential additional proc so much as a super ever in my life. It's like he loses 20% HP every time I get him. Guaranteed. But he's going to be hitting very hard. He's going to be very solid defensively. But you just have to... He's like a high-risk, high-reward unit. He's literally the exact way he is in the versus hit. I mean, I'm going to give them props and points for keeping him true to what he was like in the anime. And they give us like a Dokkan representation of what he was like in the anime. But that does not mean I like that they did it, right? They stayed solid to the unit and the Kaioken technique. But it comes at a cost. And that means losing because you're continuously losing HP. And that's only if you have one of this guy. If you have two, if you run double of this guy, and let's say you have another Kaioken Goku on the team, like let's say you want to run the super easy A Kaioken Goku. Like let's just, all the sacrificing HP with his best linking partners, it has to be studied. Look at this super easy A Kaioken Goku right here. He loses 5% on the super. This Kaioken Goku right here, he loses 5% HP. His best linking partners, he's losing HP. They're also sacrificing HP. This is a high risk, high reward unit. I'm giving him the C+ treatment. I really do think, like, let's say, I don't know, bro. Do I give this guy the honor of B, guys? Guys, do we give him the honor of B? I don't think so. I don't think we give this guy the honor of being a B unit, bro. I don't even think, bro, if I'm grading him on a scale, bro, I'm not giving, because he's bad in the Blue Goku event. An event where he's supposed to be good and he's bad in, because you can't dodge. You're going to get the revive off. You're going to be sacking HP, and he's going to get worn down. He's going to get worn out in the Blue Goku event where he's supposed to be good. He's going to... You can win, and you can win. You definitely can win. But it's not like a guaranteed win like you would think. You're not going to run this guy in the Blue Vegeta event. I mean, he'll definitely work, though. You just really don't want to run this guy. Dude, he's C+ in my books, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm being biased. Like, I'm trying to figure out if I'm being biased or not. But I don't think this is me being biased. I just don't think I can give him even... Can I? I mean... All right, maybe at 83. Maybe at 84. All right, maybe... Because I don't want to say he's as bad as Diamond Vegeta. Like, I don't think he's worse than Diamond Vegeta. I can't say he's worse than Diamond Vegeta. Like, Diamond Vegeta on him, I'm gonna play nice and give him an 83B. You guys let me know in the comments what you're gonna give him. I'm gonna be nice, give him an 83 solid B+. He definitely can work. He's not gonna be good in festival battles. He's not gonna be good in the Blue Goku event. He'll be good in the Jiren fights. He'll be solid in the Blue Vegeta events. I guess he'll be solid in battle hardened formidable foes. He'll be decent. We need a revival UI Goku. I think a revival UI Goku will save this guy. We need a revival UI Goku. Just completely say scratch this revival. No, we don't need a revival UI because this guy's a revival. This guy, he gets his revive when anybody revives though. After the character or an ally's revival skill is activated, it doesn't matter. That's the one good thing about this. It doesn't have to be his revive, right? So you can literally just skip his standby and just have somebody else revive, and this will work. That's what's saving this unit. That's what's gonna give him the 85. You know what? This alone is gonna give him the 85. I was saying 83, but you know what? I'm gonna give him mercy because of this. It can be anybody's revive. It doesn't have to be this guy's revive. So you know what? I'm gonna give him some brownie points, and Evo Blue Vegeta can be ran on this guy's team, right? The Int one, and that Int Evo Blue Vegeta is probably even better than the Anniversary STR Evo Blue Vegeta, if we're being honest. So, I mean, you definitely can make things work, right? But you're gonna have to get the revive though. Like, you're guaranteed. Like, even though I'm saying that this is a good thing, you need to eventually proc a revive, right? You guaranteed have to get the revive for this guy to eventually get good. So let's move on to the final character of this discussion, and then we'll do like a roundup, which is Hit. All right, this is the final guy we're gonna be able to talk about. I'm actually going to keep it very brief with this hit segment because I do think he is on the same status as Kid Goku. Remember, I was talking about Kid Goku, and it was up for debate whether I liked him more. And this is a more recent guy, so I don't feel the need. I mean, everybody's probably currently using this hit, so this is not a character I feel the need to really go over, right? This hit is a phenomenal unit. He's 10 out of 10. I mean, Universe 6 Rapid Growth Accelerated Battle, 10 out of 10 right there. Extra 50% stats to tournament participants or super bosses, 10 out of 10. I couldn't ask for anything more. He's going to be very efficient. He does not have a super restrictive entrance animation, right? Just another 2%, another 2 tournament participants or Universe 6 category allies on the team. They are about to drop this Khalifa and Kale unit, and we are about to get EZA for Kale and Khalifa. So even though Universe 6 is not good, I'm not going to count this as bad because his best partners or his best people that you're going to run guaranteed on this guy's team, like Khalifa, I think Khalifa and Kale are going to make the cut for the final team. So having him on the team and having Kale and Khalifa, and they're both tournament participants as well. So they fulfill the Universe 6 portion of the passive and the tournament participants portion of the entrance, right? I think they're both going to be staples, right? We have not actually seen the EZA for the tech Kale and Khalifa that we are going to receive, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be very, very good, right? But this guy, he gets some extra defenses, and he gets a guaranteed additional super for 6 turns. He's a stacking character. Remember, this entire time, every character has started off with 200% and their basic effects. This is the new standard, right? High chance of performing a critical hit, high chance of evading enemy's attack, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, which is 70%. A real solid basic effect. You know, he gets more stacks from supering. He has this 60%. Every attack performed, he gets 60 more percent. It doesn't have to be a super. So every time he attacks, he gets an extra 60% within a turn. And same for the dodge, right? Every time you dodge, you get a 6% chance to dodge more and more defense, which is really good. Remember, he already has just a high chance of dodging, right? And then he gets this right here. Now, every time the character performs 3 or more super attacks in battle, he debuffs, right? This is a 30% debuff. He seals, guaranteed, and he attack breaks. This is extra right here. Remember, this guy, he does stack, he raises attack and defense on super, and he has a lot of additionals. But he also has a transformation, which they call improvement. And this can be activated when you dodge 3 times, which you can do turn 1, or you attack 6 times. It doesn't have to be supers, just 6 attacks, right? Which is very easy. You go into improvement hit, and he's a fucking god, right? He's a goat. Look at this basic effect right here. 260%, 70% chance to crit, 70% chance to dodge, guaranteed additional super attack, another guaranteed additional with a 70% chance of that additional being a super. Attacks are guaranteed to hit. You guaranteed debuff, and you guaranteed seal. That's crazy, right? For the transformation to be pretty easy, that's crazy, right? Then when you get more stacks when attacking with 12 key, I mean, every time you attack now you get 66%. Every time you dodge now you get 66% defense, still 6% dodge though. But remember, he has a high chance to dodge now. He's starting off with a great chance to dodge. Every time he dodges, he gets more defense and more dodge. When there's a Universe 6 category character as an ally, you just foresee enemy super attack, which we're gonna have. Like I said, Khalifa and Kale, the LR, they're gonna be a staple on this guy's team. And not only are they gonna be a staple on this guy's team, I'm pretty sure the EZA for the Kale and Khalifa, the tech DOKKANFEST one, she's gonna be a staple on the team. So this is actually gonna get some use finally. You're not gonna see this right now, but you're gonna see this as soon as they release, right? And then when receiving an attack from an enemy who is hit by the character super attack, you get a 16% chance to dodge. So let's say you put this guy in slot 1 and then you attack. This guy is starting off with, what's 70 plus 16? 86% chance to dodge. And he can get up to 100% dodge. This is a perfect unit. Not to mention he has an active skill as well, which is called time skip. And he causes ultimate damage to the enemy and delays a single target enemy's attack for 1 turn. This is a Ghost Usher. This is broken. Oh, by the way, he greatly stacks at this point. Yeah, Hit probably is the best TUR in the game. Yeah, Hit's the best TUR in the game. Kid Goku's a solid 2, but hits the best. Yeah, hits better. Yeah, hits better. No, but he's not going to be good in the Blue Goku event because this guy can't dodge. That's the one thing. But he's probably going to be better in Festival of Battles. He's going to be better in Festival of Battles, but you cannot run this hit in the Blue Goku event. You can't do it. But you can run the Kid Goku in the Blue Goku. You can run that Kid Goku in every event in the game. So I'm actually going to give him the win. I'm going to say Kid Goku is probably the best in the game. The best unit in the game because he can be ran everywhere in any event and win. With his team or off of the team. It doesn't matter. He's not super restrictive. But this hit, you cannot run this hit in the Blue Goku event and just win casually. You can't do it. Because this guy, he's not the strongest defensively immediately. Kid Goku's going to have 60% damage reduction. So he's going to be fine, right? This guy, I would say he's number 2 in the game. It's going to be up for the debate because he's going to be better in Festival of Battles, but it's not as if Kid Goku can't be ran in there either, right? But this is definitely the Festival of Battles king, though. So you do give him extra brownie points, but it's up to you if you want to have him at 1 or number 2. It doesn't matter. Kid Goku and Hit are the best 2 TURs in the game. It doesn't really matter to me whether you want to put him at number 1 or number 2. But he's just going to have only troubles in that Blue Goku event. That's literally the only event he's going to have troubles in. But I like these characters so. Okay, this is probably the final rank if I had to. Okay, so I did include Glorio and okay, first things first. I was just gonna skip over that, like you guys can see that. I didn't talk about Glorio or Goku in this video, but I did include them on the list. They were the final releases of 2024. Now, if you just really look at it as a whole perspective, I think the list would end up something like this of what's really relevant and what's really good and what we really want from Dokkan. We have one really dominant support unit. We have one really just, I don't even, like Kid Goku and Hit, they're both just so fucking phenomenal as offensively and defensively valuable characters that it's ridiculous. Kid Goku has a little bit of healing. Hit has a Ghost Usher. Glorio has the 3-turn support. He has the really good leader skill. Cell is the only character in the S tier because I think he's just a bit beneath. He's a lot beneath Hit and Kid Goku, but he's above, like Kaioken Goku, Daima Vegeta and, Kid Goku, the Daima Kid Goku, right? I think Cell is a perfectly balanced unit, right? I think if we're looking at if they are trying to balance units, I think we look at Cell. If they are trying to do like random, I don't want to call it random. Like, yeah, do I think Glorio Goku is better than Daima Goku is better? Hell no. Yeah, definitely not. No way. Yeah, no way. Cell is just, he's like a perfectly knit unit. He's not overpowered. He's not overwhelming. He's not bad either. He's like what Dokkan, let's say Dokkaning responsibly. I'm going to take that from Toon. If they were doing their due diligence and they were thinking about balancing the game, giving us units that'll work in specific areas and, maybe would have, a little bit of a side effect or a downside, that's how I look at Cell. Like, he's what unit if you're not at least comparable to Cell, I don't like you as a unit. I'll say that. If you're not on Cell's level or above, I'm not gonna really be too high on you, right? Blue Kaioken Goku can definitely work. Do I think he's better than Cell? Fuck no. Do I think he's better than Daima Vegeta though? Yes. Do I like Kaioken Goku more than Daima Vegeta? No. But do I think he's better than Daima Vegeta? Yes. I think I like Daima Vegeta more because of the purpose that he suits, right? If I'm running Daima Vegeta, it's because I'm gonna be using him in slot 1 with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and he's going to be a phenomenal slot 1 character. If I'm using Kaioken Goku, it's like, all right, it's a 50% chance we lose because of us. It's not even that, like, it's a 50-50 shot you're going to lose with Blue Kaioken just off just using him and lowering your own, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm going to give the edge to, Hit, Kid Goku, Glorio, Cell, he's in the S tier by himself. And I'm going to rank Blue Kaioken Goku, Daima Vegeta, and, Daima Goku in A tier.
I'm not gonna, like I said, I just really wanted to go over the recent most notable DOKKANFEST TURs. I didn't really want to go over like the easy A's, the super easy A's. If you guys really like this video, let me know in the comments if you want like a LR version. I definitely don't mind doing more discussion videos. I love doing videos like this because they're needed in the community. Kid Goku, phenomenal unit. Hit, phenomenal unit. Glorio, very good unit. Cell, very good unit. Trash fodder units on the A tier. I have nothing else to say. I love you guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.